Okay. What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into my podcast, Difficult People Chronicles. I'm seriously focused, Johnny, SF Johnny, back at you again with another episode. The message: married man is limited. Before I get into this episode, I wanted to address a message from someone that came to me. I want you all to go back to the episode, the message, single and changing faces. In that episode that aired, I talked about, what did I say? I said, because I'm not going to read the whole message that came from someone, but I said that, okay, when God plans for two people to be together, and this union has his stamp, God's stamp. When one party, which is, let's say, the man, goes out there and he chooses bait, he goes after bait, and he chooses someone else, and that situation does not work out, what happens is it delays the process that God planned. So there's certain things that can delay two people from coming together. Interference, spiritual warfare, demonic attacks, all this other stuff. Interference, when a man goes for bait, there's a few things. The woman has the right to go to God in prayer, and this is what I said, and say to God, can you send me someone else to your liking, meaning God's liking? And the reason why I said that, is because the process is being delayed. And there's an assignment that these two have to do where one person went astray, So this person that came to me with this message basically was saying that whatever God planned, no man can break apart and stuff like that. And their message just went off somewhere else. But basically, I wanted to say you are absolutely right. What God ordains, no man can break apart. Pay attention to what was said. No man. So, but I said, basically, the female has the right to go to God and say, can you send me someone else? It's either God is going to honor her request or that person is for her. Some time ago, God gave me a message where it was pertaining something else, but he said to me that man wrote the book, but I can change the narrative. And there are instances in the Bible where I did just that. So he took me to the book of Jonah. Read the book of Jonah. In the book of Jonah, Jonah had one assignment. He had an assignment, and he decided to do what he wanted to do based off of his feelings, stuck in his feelings. And him doing what he wanted to do almost cost him his life because he got swallowed up by a whale. And because he cried out to God, God spared his life. So had he not cried out to God, the whale wouldn't have spit him out. Read the book of Jonah. The message that God said to me that during that time was, man wrote the book, but I, meaning God, can change the narrative. God can change the narrative in anybody's life. That's why I said, go to God for the female. Go to God in prayer. Yes, with your requests. And say that you want someone to your liking, meaning God's liking. Not your liking, God's liking. Because if you say your liking, meaning the female, God will send her exactly what she asked for and she'll be miserable. Possibility, she'll be miserable. Okay, let me get into this episode. Go back to my episodes, Father's Day Message 2023 and the message Out Here Sleeping. Pick up your Bible, read 1 Kings chapters 8 to 11. I had a lot of drama going into this episode. Lost a note, spilled water on notes. It was so much going on. Then almost got into it with someone. And I didn't react like I normally would. Like normally I would have gave this person an argument. But I realized that some things is more important. Yeah. That whole situation gave me another episode. So it's going to air sometime later. Okay, so in this episode, Satan does not want me to deliver this message. I feel like this can help the married man get his act together. It can warn someone. And basically, Satan doesn't want anything good coming out of unity, love, and happiness. Nor do the enemies here on earth. Okay. So when I lost my notes, and I went on a hunt for it, I found it and then I recorded like maybe 4 or 5 times. And then I had to erase it. My notes was all over the place. And then God was like, get it together. Organize. So basically, 1 Kings, chapters 8 and 11, it talks about Solomon was blessed with wisdom. And also that Queen Sheba, she tested his spirit to see if he was of God. Those are the things that a lot of people chosen by God to deliver messages and carry out assignments are going to have to go through. I have to go through it sometimes, where sometimes people will just walk up to me and say certain things. I don't know everything in the Bible. Some of the things I know from when I was a little kid. And if I know some things, I'll say it. If I don't, I don't. I'm human. There are times when people walk up to me and I'm telling them about the business and they'll say things like, so tell me about me. And my spirit doesn't operate like that. Maybe in the future, but for right now it doesn't. But what I would say is that, so Solomon, Queen Sheba tested his spirit and saw that he was of God, and she was very impressed. Solomon also worshipped further down. He worshipped other gods, and he did evil in God's eyes. So God took me to 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 5, where it says Solomon worshipped other gods and did evil in God's eyes. And he kept taking me back to that. Let me talk about the similarities with Solomon and this married guy. So the married man is blessed with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, very educated. He worships his wife. And for some of you all, y'all probably saying, what's wrong with that? His wife has become his idol. That's a sin. This married man, it has gotten so bad that what I saw is that he flirts with other women, putting on a show. And I know people say, oh, well, you shouldn't date married men and all this other stuff. But if you know, like I know, you know that there's married men out there just like this married man who pretends that he is single when he's married. So he's flirting with other women, and to get attention from his wife. So when he does this, his wife is like not too far away from him, but she doesn't say anything. So it's a game they all playing. He playing a game, she playing a game. She don't really care what he do. She cares nothing of what he do. Let me go back to my notes. Hold on. So him trying to get her jealous is not working. In addition, he worships someone else. I feel, and this is me, I feel like it's an older guy who is well established, because that's what keeps coming to me for some reason. And this older guy is well-to-do. He's sacrificed a lot of things, and he no longer goes to God the way he used to. So just like Solomon, God made this man to be a leader in his household, in business, a lot of things. But it's not that. He follows behind his wife. Whatever she says goes. Whatever she does, he accepts. He accepts the disrespect. The last part of my notes with this was that God warned him. He got warnings. What I saw was warning. That's what I saw. So what's going to happen? This married man is going to be limited. And when I sat back and, sat in silence, what came to me was limited offspring, position, relationship. Let me go into detail. So me personally, I feel like this man has a son that's young, like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, whatever. He has a son. His life is going to be limited, in a sense where I know he has a child or a child on the way. But me, I feel like it's a son. When this son goes for, let's say, he goes for a position when he gets older, say he wants to work in corporate America, and he wants to be president or CEO, he's not going to get that. His efforts is going to be wasted. He's going to feel like, well, what's going on with me? Like, other people are jealous of him, and that's why he's not getting a position and this and that, and not thinking that it's the result of what his father did. Sins of the father, mother, father, fall down to the 4th and 5th generation. Whatever's going on with him and his father, and if he decides, to have kids or whatever, it's going to be generational. As far as the father, I wrote, whatever he is trying to do successfully is not going to happen the way he had planned. So he had a vision. He had tunnel vision for whatever he wanted to do, and it's not going to work out. He going to work hard. It's not going to work out. He going to put in a lot of energy. It's not going to work out. He's going to have wasted effort, and that's what's going to happen with him, his son, and if he ever decides to have other kids. Relationship, he's not going to have peace. So before he met his wife, he had 90% peace, 10% misery. That's when he was single or out there dating other women and stuff like that. He wasn't married, and he wasn't married to the right woman, whatever. Yeah. But once he got married, the percentage switched. So he's going to have 10% peace, 90% misery. The only time he'll have peace, and this is my example, is if he's in the bathroom with his clothes on and away from her, he's going to be like, oh, God, really? Yep. He's not going to have any peace. Okay, so his level of protection will be removed. Chapter 11, verse 14. This is another one that stood out. The Lord brought against Solomon an enemy because of his wrongdoing. This person, what I saw is that his first enemy is his wife. She's up close and personal. I mean, he roll over in the bed, turn, lay his head in the pillow, open his eyes, bling, she's right in front of him. She's gonna be his first enemy. And what I saw is that their drama is gonna be because of money. Everything is money. Everything is money. And then the other enemies is gonna be, I feel, me personally, I feel that the other enemies is sorry, coming from her side of the family. Sorry. Is coming why is my throat really is coming from her side of the family. So this is my example. If, and like I said, it's going to be all about money. So if she wants to do something, get her hair done, go get a massage, go hang out with her friends and do nothing, which I feel like she doesn't do a lot to begin with. Like she's not acting like a wife, you know. And he says no, like she wants money for whatever, and he says no. She's gonna be having temper tantrums. It's gonna go into blown out arguments. I feel like it might turn into a fight. Not too sure if it gets violent, but her family is gonna get involved. Her family knows she is wrong, but because they signed on to his paycheck, they are gonna agree with everything she does. And I feel like it's her family. That's my feelings. Like the other enemies is her family. Okay, so Hebrews 13:4. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. So what came to me is that his wife is going to be sleeping with someone else in their bed. I feel like she's not bold enough to do it when he's home, but she'll be with someone in their bed. Now, someone is probably saying, what does that have to do with me? Whoever's connected with this person, I believe in energy attracts, attaches. So whoever's attached to this person, it could be business, it could be family, whatever. The moment you become in contact with this person is going to be limited. If, for example, if this married man has business with, let's say, another guy, a friend, they got business together, and let's say real estate, that's my example. The day documents supposed to be signed and everything, they get the green light and they see it as a good thing, the door is going to close where something goes wrong and they don't get the property that they wanted. But if the person associated with that guy goes elsewhere to do business with someone else, everything will happen positive. Deals will be signed and everything is a go. So as soon as, in dealing with this married man, as soon as As soon as business plans are supposed to happen, whatever is going to be limited. It's not going to work out. It's like it's going to be wasted effort. So if this person is connected to this person, that's what's going to happen. The word that kept coming up is limited. Limited. If and sometimes people say, I can't get away from this person is family. Like, if a person says that, just know that whatever it costs the married man, the other party is going to be affected. So that cost is going to affect them too. And I'm talking about cost in dollars and cents. Limited is the word. So let me talk about why God is not pleased with them. For a number of things. Like I said, worshiping idols, his wife, worshiping her. And she a reckless mess. Meaning she's doing a lot. She's married, operating like she's single. She didn't really sign up to be married. She just wanted that money. And that's one of the similarities between this married man and the single man that I talked about in the episode Single and Changing Faces. They are both with someone who wants their money. That's it. The married woman could care less if her husband does not come home. She don't care if he's sleeping with someone. She don't care if he come home as a walking corpse, as long as she got money. Now, the other thing is that God is angry because this man, at some point, he thought he was protecting a particular woman that he was flirting with. And I feel like this flirting went on for some time. I don't know if it's still going on, but he pretended that he was single. He put it out there like he was single when he was married. His wife didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing that he was married. She was standing at a distance. She could care less if him and the single woman got together. What messed him up is that the wife felt some kind of way. She wasn't jealous. She felt like, who is this chick getting in between me and my money? So all this married man is to her is a dollar sign. That's it. And she went behind the scenes and did something to that innocent woman. I don't know what, but she did something. So this married man thought he was protecting the other woman that he was flirting with by saying things like, oh, I don't want her. She's not cute. That's just my example. Because whatever it was, what I do know, whatever it was verbal. Like, I don't want her. She ain't cute. She tacky looking. I'm assuming that's probably what it was. And he thought that his wife would walk away and leave it alone. Nope. No, she didn't. And she went and did something to this other woman. So that was his fault. That was his fault. Because you see, like I always tell people, games could get people hurt. I broke up with dudes because of their level of insecurity, doing nonsense. Like the one guy that we went to go get something to eat, and he took me to a neighborhood where he said his ex-girlfriend lived in the block. Oh, she lives over there. Why would you do that? I went off on him. He didn't expect that. I guess he thought I was going to say, oh yeah, such and such. I said, you still in love with her? Take me home. He ain't like that. And he didn't want us to break up, but I did. Like, he was trying to avoid that at all costs. Nope. Take me home. Get away from me. Yeah. Stupid. I don't know if he thought I was going to get jealous or feel some kind of way, or it was going to create an argument where I say, oh, such and such, and how could you do this to me? Take me home, get away from me. Yeah. Things like that get people hurt. That's how some people get shot. That's how some people get their car bashed in. You have a lot of women that think like, let me move this chick out the way. And that's exactly what his wife was trying to do. I don't know to what extent, but that single woman is going through problems or went through a problem because of his wife. God is not happy with him. And because of the things he's doing, he's going to be limited. And I feel like, and this is just what's coming to me, God is feeling like, since you want to take away my involvement in your life and limit me, this is what I'm going to do to you. Yep. God can add to your life. He can subtract from your life. And I tell you, when I tell you, how long it's been? 2-3 weeks? I had the hardest time putting out this message. This man did too much. And it's sad, but I always say that when it comes to men and the decisions they make, sometimes you got to ask their level of maturity. You got to ask who they hanging around with. Because I've seen certain guys that live within a certain radius act the same. And you got to ask, how were they raised? I mean, he has to sit down and really think about the things he's doing. And when it hits him, because God gave him warnings, but I feel like, and this is my feelings, when he gets beaten down so low by his wife, because she's gonna be fighting him. Like every time he make a little bit of money, he gonna be spending that money. that paycheck gonna vanish into thin air, and he is gonna really, really think. I don't know if he's gonna go to God in prayer, but he need to. He need to. Because it's sad. Because that's an example of what God has for you, no man can take away. True. But you could mess up your blessings too, And that's an example of messed up blessings. God blessed him with wisdom. God already chose a wife that he was supposed to be with, and he decided to go after bait. And all of it is based off of his ego. Sometimes when things get too good, people get cocky. Their money be looking nice. They feel like money can buy anything. They feel like money could buy love. You saw the movie way back when. They get cocky. And then they go after what they want and say, forget what God has for me. I want what I want. And then they got to learn the hard way. They learn that getting with the devil is no peace. They roll over in the bed and it's like an argument as soon as they wake up. They got to walk on eggshells through their house because this chick is off the meat rack. They want to buy themselves a pair of shoes, I'm just saying, because their shoes got holes in it, or they see the newest sneakers they want. They can't even do that because every time they turn around, her hand is right in their face asking for that dollar. She don't care if they have, she want that last dollar that's in their pocket, in his pocket, because that's the way she feels. And that's what she thought about when she went to go hurt that innocent person. She said, this person coming between me and my money, oh, let me get her real quick. And he thought when he was flirting it was cute because he saw his wife get angry or have some kind of attitude, not knowing that the evilness that was stirring up in her head. And it could have resulted where, somebody could have really got hurt. Well, we don't know how hurt this chick got, but I'm talking about hurt like death. Yeah. And then people think that when situations happen like this, that because I didn't do it, I'm not a bad person. Yeah. When people just like that girl that went away on vacation. You got people that was involved and some that say they wasn't involved. Regardless of what, you create, this married man created the situation. And it all ends with him because he didn't have to flirt with these women. He did it off of his own recognizance. He went and flirted to get a reaction out of his wife, and he got a reaction, not what he expected. Now his wife went out there and went and hurt somebody. And it could be that, like when women have problems finding love, marriage, getting married, or their money not right, or they start going crazy, or God forbid, become barren. Or all of a sudden everything was good until they met that one person. You got to question some things. But God is about to take care of him real quick. Yup. Because I always say your peace is not to be compromised. His peace, he gonna really see what disturbed peace is all about. So those are the things that's going to be limited. His relationship, his peace, his effort, his money. So I'm just giving an example. If he was a type of person to come home with like $5,000 a week, or let's say every 2 weeks or whatever, by the time he get home with that $5,000, she gonna be tapping into that cash. Yep. And everything he do to try to hold on to what he have, it's not gonna work. She'll start begging for the bank account numbers. She'll start begging for that card. She gonna start arguing. It's gonna start with begging to being annoying to arguing. I don't know if it's gonna get violent, but what happens is when you with a person that has a demonic spirit, that's what it boils down to. It goes down to them being violent. And it could be where her family put their hands on him. Why? Because they tied to that money too. When she gets that money, she breaks them off a little something. Or treats them to stuff. So if she decides to go out and she calls the cousin and say, come with me and this and this and that, and the cousin say, I ain't got no money. She said, I got you. Yep. And that's all his money. Mhm. He gonna have to go to God in prayer. He gonna have to go to God in prayer. I guess maybe, and I'm assuming that in the episodes that I recorded before that I had to, delete because there was things I was missing. I started to say that this guy can sign up for a session, but the big word that came up was limited. He gonna have to really go to God in prayer, because when you have that dark cloud or that person beside you that's dark, things is gonna be happening. And some people gonna notice it. They're gonna notice it. Whatever is in the dark is gonna roll right out into the light, sunshine. Covers gonna be pulled. He gonna be exposed. He ain't gonna be able to hide stuff no more, because when a demonic spirited person is used to getting their own way and doing things, it's gonna be it becomes a situation where they don't care where they do what at. Meaning, they could be the type to argue in the house, and then before long, it be arguments in the street, supermarket, doctor's office, pharmacy, the gym. And if that person want to attack, so be it. That's what's going to happen. They need to go to God in prayer. They really do. And the only thing I could do is just tell them certain things they need to pray about. Make sure they have everything on that list. Because one of the things that that person is going to need to pray about is not only for themselves, but also their child. And also ask for forgiveness for a few things. Because they messed up big time. So that's it. I finally got the message out. That's it for today. For more, sign up for a session. Go to my website, seriouslyfocusedjohnny.com. Check me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the notification. Check out my store. For suggested topics, email me. And email me. Put in the subject box topic. Love me more and I love you more. Later.